Hello and welcome, I am Geran and these are my first impressions of Fantasy Blacksmith. This is a simulator of being a Fantasy Blacksmith. I got it from Keymailer and I've played a little bit of it. I did try recording a first impressions months ago when I first got it, but I don't know whether I was just in an off mood that day or if the game wasn't quite as done because it's in early access. I don't know, I couldn't get into it at all, but I'm going to try again, and I'd still count this as a first impressions. This was voted for by my patrons. If you want to have your say on future first impressions, please consider pledging to my Patreon linked in the description. Goal: I want to be the best blacksmith in these lands. I need to be at the top of the list. It will not be easy. I will not be easy either. I will have to comprehend blacksmithing and also mining, enchantment, damask, craft, and runic magic. And one day I will become the best and the most famous blacksmith. Fantasy Blacksmith is a magically enhanced, realistic blacksmith simulator in which you have to create and sell weapons. It's time to make your dream sword. Okay. Press and hold tab. There's reputation, skill points, and money. There are skills in mining, forging, sharpening, and assembling. Follow the arrows. Oh yeah, over there. E to make a draft. Use the map to buy a bronze ingot to make a sword draft. That music is kind of unsettling because it's like hopping from one side of my headphones to the other. Oh, that's really horrible to hear. Ah, my god, that music is painful on the ears. I'm going to have to turn that down. What horrible music. It's not a bad song, it's just, you know, the way it's hopping, it's giving me a headache, the way it hops left to right. What am I doing? Oh, so you sort of design the parts of the sword. Let's go for just a standard sword. There. That's pretty much as standard as a sword can get. So let's go with bronze. I see bronze blade. Let's go with a pine handle and an iron pommel. Add sword. Okay. Do I just buy that then? Take coal box and throw it into the furnace. No, that's a book, Geran. Oh, there. To raise the temperature, press T when any item is in your hand to see its description. Oh, that's cool. You get, like, deliveries from there. I mean, this does suddenly feel like one of those escape the room things with the vibe. And the weird noises. Oh, there's an upstairs. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Hello. Hello, sir. How do you do? I want to buy a cheap sword below 300 coins. Do you have that one? No. Oh. Well, see you next time. I'm so sorry, random anime person. Not the kind of art style I expected, but okay. So I take a coal box and throw it in there. Put the ingot in the furnace, press T when it's in your hand to see a description. Name bronze. Alright then. So I just lob it in. Press T when an item is in your hand. The first temperature furnace heats up to 1,000 degrees. Ah, okay. Use bellows to overcome 700 degree temperature threshold. Take thermometer and measure the ingot temperature. You must heat bronze between 700 and 870 degrees with an S. If you overheat it, it will spoil. How do I... Yeah, I've switched... Oh, I see. Okay. I feel like I'm just measuring the temperature of the fire. I don't know if I'm actually measuring this. Because look, if I aim at that, it goes to 0. If I aim in the fire, it goes to, like... over 700, okay, sure. Oh, just automatically picks it up. Set the ingot on the anvil the brighter the colour of the ingot, the higher the temperature. If it drops, you can't forge it anymore. Okay. 1 or Q to hide forging tongs and click E on the anvil to start forging. Watch the quality bar at the top left. If you see the part is done, stop it. Stop hitting it. Oh, I vaguely remember this bit. This wasn't as well done before. I mean, I say this wasn't as well done. Put the ingot in the furnace. I guess the temperature's dropped again. It's in the bloody furnace. How much more in the furnace do you want it? I can't switch off the tongs. Oh yeah, I can. Oh, I see. Right. Okay. So it's not... I think I may have just made a fundamental mistake this whole time. You're not aiming where the reticule is. You're aiming with the secret little needle hidden underneath the thermometer like an actual thermometer works. It didn't explain that at all. I think I'm getting the hang of this now. So I need to hit up here somewhere to try and get the top part of the left. There we are, right there. And then in the middle here, try and do both parts at once. It's dropped in temperature again. See, right underneath in the middle of the thing. Can I drop this? No. Right underneath the middle of the thing, there is the needle, like thermometers do have. See, it's weird. Sometimes you have to click, sometimes you don't click. You have to sort of unclick things. This is very, very weird controls. And it appears continuing to hit it after it's no longer hittable, does nothing. And then you put it in there, and then you have to switch off, and then you have to switch back to the thermometer. Then you have to try and see where the thermometer is pointing, even though you can't actually see anything because it's hidden by a giant bloody thermometer. And now I'm going to wait until it's over 800. And then you have to sort of weirdly jiggle around the tongs. I'm remembering why I didn't properly play this before. Okay, that's done, or is that close? Does that mean I keep hitting it? Oh, but it said it was fucking close. So it says done when it's done. Oh, for fuck's sake. This is so annoying, so finicky, it cools down so fucking quickly. You put it in there for 10 seconds, then you get to hit it for 10 seconds, and then it goes back in there for 10 seconds. Jesus Christ. And the temperature's not going up anymore, so I think I need to chuck in another load of coal. Either that or it's not actually counted as in the fucking fire. That could be it. No, it's flopped back out of the fire. It's gibbling about in the fire. Just drop it. Oh my fucking god. I want it in the fire so that I can then switch off the tongs to then switch to the thermometer to see if it's at the proper temperature. Yes, now it's finally in the fire and heating up so I can actually work on it. Alright, now I pull it out of the fire, put it on the anvil, and then very quickly switch off the tongs, go on the anvil and try and get this fucking done. Oh wow, okay, now it's time to temper the sword because of how fucking well I've done it. Alright, screw it, let's just temper it as it is. In that? Yes, apparently so. Do I have to temper both ends? No, I just temper it once. And then... what's this? Oh. That might be the tempering thing. Oh. It's not hot anymore because I tempered it wrong. The thing is, I love swords. I bloody love them. I've got some katanas downstairs. I've got some Lord of the Rings replicas back at my parents'. I love swords. And the idea of this game is really fascinating. It's not just a blacksmithing game. It's a blacksmithing game with fantasy elements to take it beyond just a sort of bog-standard blacksmithing game, which I've not even seen before. The problem is, it's just done so weirdly. Like, there are some parts that it takes... Is that not done properly? I don't know. Do I need to hold it in there? Because at the moment it's not actually in it, but it's bubbling as if it is. The controls are just so really freaking weird. Like, I don't know if I've actually forged it enough for it to... Oh, I don't know. Oh, okay. It didn't explain this. Take the heated blade and dip it in the boiling oil. After a moment, the flame will disappear. At this point, quickly remove it. After forging and tempering, you need to cool it. Stick it in the barrel full of water. So, I have to watch for that flame disappearing? Alright, so... Goes in the oil. Wait for the fire to disappear. The fire... Did that just say it's not tempered? Or that it is tempered? Oh no, just put that in there. Put out the fire to Oh no, I just... Fuck's sake. I just chucked a thing of water onto the fire. To economy the coal. Is that out yet? Should I have chucked it on there? Are we done? You need to sharpen the blade. The better the sharpening and assembling with the handle parts, the higher the reputation and sword price. Oh, come on, let's be honest. This sword price is going to be shit anyway. Look at it. Hold grind. I don't know what the accuracy is supposed to fucking be. Grind finish. Can I try again? I didn't know that sharpening was a sort of one and done thing. I thought you could just continue to sharpen it until it's sharp. But no. Apparently not. That's the best we can do. It's so dark down here as well. I don't understand the aesthetic they've gone for. Is that unfinished textures? No, they're just purple stones. I don't understand the aesthetic they've gone for. Because they've got the really dark, creepy looking basement, which I guess is believable. I think it would be more visually interesting if you were doing this out, like, in a town where you could see people moving past. But they've also got anime people as the people who buy them. What am I doing with... Oh my god, look at my creepy little wooden metal hand. That is horrifying. What am I doing with this? Putting it over here. And sometimes you just sort of drag the thing over to put it in place. Sometimes you click. It's very hard to understand what you're doing in any given moment. Now what? Place these 3 parts in the pedestal before placing the blade. Oh, it seems there's no guide for that, you just do it. Oh, I see. I guess you have to hit it when it's up at the top end. Average score, sure, next. Am I aiming for the white line? Or am I aiming for the upper side of the white line? Oh yeah, okay. I don't know what that means. And the last piece. I didn't know you could screw up screwing, ironically. Yay! That was the bit I was worse at. Time to go upstairs and sell the sword. No, I just dropped the sword. Custom order? Oh. Ah. Seriously, that's so creepy. Hello? It's an No idea what animal this person is apparently mixed with. Hey bro, what's up? I want to buy a cheap sword. Do you have that one? Yes. I'll offer you 107. That's a weird way to show the sword. Sure. 3 skill points. The lighting needs to be fixed with this. Congratulations, the tutorial is over. You made and sold your first sword. Playing longer will let you apply a magic effect, cook potions and change the material with a magic cauldron, or play dice with the customers, discovering new locations and items. What the hell? I just pressed Z. Create random sword. What's the fuck? I don't know why pressing Z did that. It's not on here, so Z, I guess, is the debug menu. I guess I can't buy skills as such. Default. Create default sword. Yeah, that still just looks like a bar of bronze to me. I'm going to leave it there. This game isn't playable yet. Well, it is playable, but it's not good at all. I'm sorry that sounds so harsh, and I'm stuck. I really think this game can be fantastic. You can really court the realistic simulator market, because I haven't seen a blacksmithing game before. But this is so clunky, it's barely playable. You need to fix it so that you can control stuff and you know what's going to happen. You should be able to switch tool without having to put tool away, get new tool out. Well, you can sometimes do it, but you can't do it backwards, like I could go straight to the tongs. The lighting is so abysmal in here. I think it would be much more interesting if you were sort of on the surface watching people walk past, and I know that's a lot of extra programming and design work to get a place that looks good, but I really think that would improve things over a dingy, dark, creepy basement with people occasionally hammering on your door. And get rid of the anime people. I know anime is like a popular, easy art style. Well, it's probably not an easy art style, but it's a popular art style and it's what a load of people go for is their default, but you shouldn't use it for this. If you're going for a realistic blacksmithing game, you shouldn't pair that with anime animal people. Just, that's my opinion, at least. I am fascinated with seeing more of this game. I'll keep an eye on it, and I'll probably come back and have another look when it's got a bit more to it, and hopefully when all of these issues are fixed, or some of these issues are fixed. I don't expect all of them to be fixed. But, yeah. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know if you want to see more in the future. Remember that this was voted for by my patrons. If you want to have your say on future first impressions, please consider pledging to my Patreon linked in the description. And I will catch you later.